Good afternoon to you. This is Radio WJZ, New York's only home for endless wet jazz. And my name is Scooch Closer, bringing you New York Haberdashers Afternoon Baseball here on Radio WJZ. We are live from the Rockefeller Oval in Yonkers, New York. And the New York Haberdashers, coming off of a loss just last evening, hoping to bring a win of the series against the Pittsburgh Presbyterians and get themselves back into the winning ways. And generally bring a bit more of success to the team. It's going to be a difficult one for them, as the Pittsburgh Presbyterians have proven themselves very game for this. But nonetheless, I am excited for the Haberdashers and their chances today, as Rasmus Auctions takes the mound, facing the ace of the Presbyterians, Ivory Trinkets. And we are going to see in just a moment as the Haberdashers take the field. And at this moment, let's head down to our PA announcer for the starting lineup and batting order of both teams. Good afternoon, Yonkers, and welcome to the Rockefeller Oval for this, a spirited afternoon baseball game between the Pittsburgh Presbyterians and the New York Haberdashers. At this time, allow me to introduce the starting lineup and batting order for the visiting Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Batting first, the left fielder, number 27, Wilt Hooper. Batting second, the center fielder, number 18, Chud Tater. Batting third, the third baseman, number 16, Hope Lactavius III. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 14, Zimbabwe. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 15, Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 25, Lavender Sandalbags. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 12, Murmel Spet. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 13, Colorado Church. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, number 55, Ivory Trinkets. And at this time, let us now introduce and welcome the starting lineup for your home team, New York Haberdashers. Batting first, the second baseman, number 23, Trevor Knockmore. Batting second, the shortstop, number 16, Stokely Hathaway. Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Murky Goodbar. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 8, Stump Phillips. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 39, Ren Bugby. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 46, Boob Jenner. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 40, Whiny Jagoff. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 33, Bottomley Samplemore. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the New York Haberdashers, number 36, Rasmus Auctions. And yes, we do have, in fact, the crowd, a wonderful looking crowd here at the Rockefeller Oval. Many fans of the Haberdashers wearing the traditional red caps, the
Haberdashers in, of course, their home attire of white shirts with red hats and red trousers. And Ren Bugby will have to kill that one, as that's a double to get things started for the Presbyterians, who of course in their away uniforms of all green with black caps. That is going to be out number one, Chud Cater flying out right to Ren Bugby. Here is Pope Lactavius III. Pope Lactavius III, who had quite the performance in last night's game. And the fielding of the Haberdashers is just looking wretched as we start things out. I'm a bit concerned by this, but nonetheless, we soldier on, and that's going to be out for Industry, a 3-run home run to get things started for the Presbyterians to Industry over the left field wall here at the Rockefeller Oval. A big home run for Jim Bobway. And that is Jim Bobway's. Let me take a look at my statistics sheet as I am continuing to get this up. Get my papers in order in front of me. That should be an easy catch by the catcher of the Haberdashers. That is Bottomley Samplemore, the backup catcher playing today. And Rasmus Auction's already 10 pitches in, 3-0 the score. And that is again a dreadful fielding play by Murky Goodbar at first base. Not sure what has gotten into his tonic today. Perhaps his morning coffee is not filled with enough pep and caffeine. That's going to be a single up the middle. Ren Bugby will field it, and the Presbyterians are nearly batting around at this time. Colorado Church, 8th in the lineup. The backup catcher, who has slowly become the starting catcher for the Presbyterians. Colorado Church has had, at this point, more at-bats than his compatriot, Drew Mess. That should be an easy play. The throw to first. Murky Goodbar with the catch. That ends the top of the first. 5 hits, 3 runs, including a Jim Bobway 3-run home run. And Stokely Hathaway with 1 out. With 1 on. That is Trevor Knockmore getting things started with that single. Hathaway, that's going to hug the third baseline until it curves well. And that's going to be out number 2. And there seems to be an injury to Trevor Knockmore. We'll see how that will affect things. I guess sliding in. And that's going to be out number 3. So immediately the Haberdashers' hopes of a bit of an early run have come to an immediate end. And back up to the plate. It's Ivory Trinkets, the starting pitcher for the Presbyterians. And he's going to single it. Line drive right to Ren Bugby. Ivory Trinket's not the worst batter. His batting average is .313. He's got 5 hits in 17 plate appearances. He's actually hit a home run for the Presbyterians. So he is a 9th batter, not so much a pitcher spot only. And here is Stump Phillips for the Haberdashers. Bottom of the second as the Fancy Dan was registered. Of course, brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan's selection of pomade styling salves and hair gelatin. There's Ren Bugby, the backup center fielder, giving Hubie Goozle a day off. Usually Hubie Goozle is a stalwart in the center field area, or at least the outfield. Sometimes plays left field when necessary. But a good fielding backup, fielding bench for the Haberdashers. Ren Bugby, of course, Gauze Blacksmith. Often see him coming in late as a pinch hitter. He plays on first. Foul ball Duncans, of course. There's Nipples McBride. And we're seeing Bottomley Samplemore coming in for Doug Lumps today, and that'll be strike number one, so 2 outs at the moment. Boob Jenner. Currently batting .273. I don't think my statistics sheet has yesterday's updated statistics factored in. I guess a very short turnaround of this game, but that'll be the end of 2. 1 hit on the board for the Haberdashers, but no runs. It's still 3-0, and Rasmus Auctions back on the mound. Auctions, not the worst performance so far this season. He is currently sitting at 1-1 after 5 starts. His whip is only 1.3. He's going to give up a double, perhaps a triple right now. As Boob Jenner retrieves the catch, Jimmy Soup Cutlets now has Zimbabwe on third, who has got a home run and a triple. With Lavender Sandbags. Oh, goodness me! That looked like it caught him right in the face. But we'll see what happens with Rasmus Auctions. He's going to have to come out. Pablo Longstroke. Oh, my word. Something that horrid. Well, Pablo Longstroke coming in here in the top of the third. Facing Mermelspep, and they are in fact cutting off Rasmus Auctions. I guess we don't really have to refer to his statistics anymore. Long stroke. Trying to get an update on Rasmus Auctions. I can imagine that will be an injury that will have to carry through. And, well, the bullpen is going to have their work cut out for them. As that is popped up, it's going to go, looks like it'll be foul into the stands just barely for Ivory Trinkets. 2 outs. And that is strike number 3. Pablo Longstroke with a strikeout, his 4th in the season. And 1 out. Here is Bottomley Samplemore. Swiney Jagoff, who finished that first out. A bit of an issue with fielding that from Lavender Sandbags. And Samplemore will reach first. Here's Pablo Longstroke. Going to have to bat in this case. And that is strike number 3. Longstrew striking out. Here is Knoxmore at the top of the lineup, and he is in fact going to have to come out for foul ball Duncan. So injuries abound for the Haberdashers. This is concerning. That is out number 3. Jenna will move to second base, bringing foul ball Duncans over to third in this case. And the Haberdashers now have to make some adjustments to their fielding here in the top of the 4th. Long way to go, 4-0 in this game. And it is Chud Tater with 1 out. Doesn't get full contact on that one, gets jammed a bit. It goes right to Murphy Goodbar. Easy second out. Here's Pope Lactavius III. Very dangerous batsman. Batting 298 at the moment, and that's going to help with the singles deep to the warning track, all the way back to Ren Bugby. Had to chase it down. He's going to be in with a double. This brings up Jim Bobway. Zimbabwe singles that one up. No, it goes right to Hathaway, makes the throw, and that retires the side. So the one error for the Presbyterians is the only blemish, but they are otherwise doing fantastically. 4-0. Zimbabwe will take that one himself, and that will be out number 1 for Hathaway. Murky Goodbar after the bat. He's going to swing hard at that one. It might be going over the head, and off the top of the wall. Not a home run. At least from where my vantage point was, it was only 6 inches further. We would have been saying to industry. But it's going to be a double, which brings up Stump Phillips in the cleanup spot. Hopefully Stump Phillips can keep this going. And that is going to fall right into the glove of Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Stranding the one. Only the one hit, no runs for the Haberdashers at this time. And that is going to bring up Jimmy Soup Cutlets here at the top of the 5th. And Murky Goodbar is going to get that one from foul territory for out number 2.
Right.
That should be easy. A little bit of a miscommunication, but Pablo Longstroke gets out of the way of Murky Goodbar to record the out, and that retires the side. Bring up Boob Jenna, now playing second base, 6th in the lineup. Jenna has been a bit hit or miss for the Haberdashers, batting 273. That's going to be foul for strike number 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th, and that's going to be easily played by Chud Tater. Gets under it and records the out. And going into today's the Habs get on the board. The Haberdashers. To industry indeed. What a smash hit by Whiny Jagoff. Only his third home run of the season, but he puts an important first run on the board for the Haberdashers with one out. And now it's Bottomley sample ball. We're getting into the bottom of the order. Bottomley of the order. But nonetheless, he's going to strike out. Out number 2. It's going to bring the pitcher spot in. Pablo Longstroke, I imagine, still in this game. Not going to want to... might as well have to act as if he was a starter today. See what sort of long game he has. One on with Ivory Trinkets coming up to bat. A lot of been at bat already quite a few times. That's going to be an easy fancy down to Hathaway. Too good for fancy down indeed. And here is Welt Booper. That is going to bring up Stokely Hathaway after the first out is recorded. Going to be fouled. Builds up the count with 2 outs for Murky Goodbar, and that should be an easy one. Bobway scoops it up, trots over to the base, and that will be it after 6, 4-1. Presbyterians, not much offense coming from the Haberdashers, not really seeing where it's coming from at the moment. Just the Whiny Jagoff home run. And here is Pablo Longstroke. To his credit, he's pitched scoreless innings for the Haberdashers and has kind of locked this down. I believe that's going to be an easy one. Right to Murky Goodbar. Scooped up by Hathaway. This brings up Jim Bobway with 2 outs. That should be easy. Hathaway grabs it, makes the throw, sets himself, and Goodbar records the 3rd out. So a quick 7th inning for the Presbyterians. They have been scoreless for the last 4 innings. And Pablo Longstroke can be thanked for that, as Rasmus Auctions, unfortunately out with an injury, taking a very violent line drive to the face, to the facial region, I believe, and screw muscles. You saw that coming in at 3rd base for the. And that is going to be to industry indeed. Well, it's another solo shot. This time from Ren Bugby. I believe that's Bugby's first home run of the season. I'm going to have to confirm that. I don't think Ren Bugby has hit a single home run. Well, that shows what I know. He's hit 3 already. That is number 4 for Ren Bugby. And talk about someone who's making the best of an opportunity. 4-2 at the moment. And that's going to be an out. Going to go just short, right to Chud Tater. Well, another one on the board for the Haberdashers. It's not, all hope is not lost as of yet, but the Presbyterians have their chance to bat with Cutlets, Sandalbags, and Spep coming up to the plate. Very much the lower meat of the lineup. That's going to be a single up the middle, all the way to Ren Bugby. Boarding it, and it's a single for Cutlets. Inside. 2-0 for Lavender Saddlebags, who's going to smash that one high and far. Is it far enough to go to industry? It is. To industry. Lavender Saddlebags hits a 2-run home run to put the Presbyterians up 6-2, and Delmar Uptown will come in to try to close this game out. He's got 6 outs to get for the That should be an easy one, fielded by Goodbar, runs it himself, takes out number 1 from the Presbyterians. Here is Colorado Church, the backup catcher. I guess the starting catcher. And Bottomley Samplemore with the catch from foul territory of the pop-up, and here comes Condom Funnel in off the bench for Ivory Trinkets. So going into the bottom of the 8th, looks like Pittsburgh will be going to their bullpen, excuse me. And yes, Carlisle County coming in as the pitcher for the 8th and potentially 9th, although they always have Filipino horsemen. And looks like Drew Mess coming in for Colorado Church as catcher. So again, a fielding change. And that is going to be popped up into deep center field. Chud Tater gets the catch. And that is the out for Bottomley Samplemore. Here is Delmar Uptown, who will be coming out for Hubie Goozle. So again, a lot of substitutions coming through for the Haberdashers. Hubie Goozle with the single up the middle, so that's made use of that. His foul ball Duncans, who already came in for Trevor Knockmore, who sustained an injury. Oh, what a throwing catch, but a throwing error. Screw Muscles throws it out of play, so advancing the runner to third base. And here is Carlisle County striking out the side. So the error by Screw Muscles did not ultimately come to anything. The top of the 9th, it's 6-2 for the Presbyterians over the New York Haberdashers. As that was Ezemiah Denove, to my knowledge, the only Amish baseball player in the entire Continental League. and to my knowledge, the entire continental United States. That's going to be foul, and Ezemiah Denov has been quite the player for the Haberdashers. He's played in 8 different games, boasting an ERA of about 2.6, a whip of 0.8, so a very good. He's actually recorded 2 saves. There's no save opportunity at the moment, as the game is a 4-run lead, but getting some very important innings. Comes in for roughly 2 innings a game. Has a 1-1 record. Again, no decision will be going to Denov should anything come of this, unless they can come from behind to win, I imagine. But 2 outs, that should be an easy one for them. And there is Goodbar. Runs it out to first base. So Denov did what needed to be done and might be coming in should the Haberdashers get these 4 runs that represent the deficit. But it is Murky Goodbar, third in the lineup. And that's going to leave the infield, get right past the glove of Lavender Sandalbags. And he's going to be in with a double, very close. Cutlets was right on that base, and the catch went right to his glove, so just barely beating the throw. This is potentially, yes, well, the Fancy Dan double play was broken up by the double, but that is out number 1 to Stump Phillips. Ren Bugby had the home run earlier, and is going to hit that one directly to Sandalbags. Throws the throw to Jim Babwe. 1 run scores, but 2 outs already, and here's Boob Jenna. And that is caught by Jim Babwe, putting an end to this game. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians are in fact your winners, and they take the series 2-1 of this 3-game series. The final score, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians 6 runs off 14 hits. The New York Haberdashers 3 runs off 6 hits. So the Pittsburgh Presbyterians take 2 out of the 3 games from the New York Haberdashers, and they go on. They have quite the series coming up for them. They head back home to Presbyterian Park in Pittsburgh to take on the New Ohio Debonaires for a 3-game series, and the New Ohio Debonaires have been struggling as of late, so that should be some good games for them to get some wins under their belt. For New York, they have the Milwaukee Dutchmen coming to town to the Rockefeller Oval on the 6th. So that should be very interesting and potentially I don't want to say problematic, but they're facing the first place Milwaukee Dutchmen in the next series here at home. So we'll see if we can get a good rousing series of games out of the Haberdashers as they face the Dutchmen. But until then, that is our game. And the box scores, of course, will find its way into your afternoon papers tomorrow. The win goes to Ivory Trinkets for the Presbyterians. Rasmus Auctions, again, we'll get an update on his injury, records the loss. And, of course, brought to you by, bringing you the finest dandies of the day, is the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, reminding you, as always, to smoke wheat every day. That's the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company. Tobacco grown alongside America's heartiest wheat, giving it that rustic feel as you drag that smoke into your lungs. Remember, it's Honey Wheat Tobacco telling you to smoke wheat every day. The third finest dandy is Ren Bugby, who got the home run. That got the Haberdashers on the board, but the second finest dandy goes to Lavender Sandalbags, who went 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Jim Babwe is the finest dandy of the day, 3 RBIs as well, going 2 for 4 with the home run and the triple. A very big day for Jim Babwe, and a big day for the Presbyterians. My name is Scooch Closer. This is Radio WJZ, New York's only home for the New York Haberdashers and their only home for endless wet jazz. Bidding you a good evening, and we'll see you at the ballpark.